Hello viewers, today we will discuss the activity tracking. So what is activity, right? Activity is a record that capture and track different types of interactions or a task that are related to your customer or a prospect. So we will discuss in details. As you may already know, this is our fourth session in an end user track. Refer to the video description for the playlist and the related information. Most importantly, please subscribe if so. We'll discuss the topics. We are going to discuss a few topics. What is activity? What are the types of activities available? And then what is the importance of the activities? And then even though there are different types of activities available, we are going to discuss in the commonly used activities, which is like an email task, meeting or appointment, and phone call. Okay, so what is activity? Activity is a record, right, that ensures that all interactions and tasks related to that specific customer are centrally stored and easily accessible for reference and analysis. So we can able to store all this information, right? So it means, say, for example, we can able to interact with the customer through the email, through the phone call, fax, letter, and making an appointment, right? There are the multiple ways to interact with your customer. All the information we can able to store in a properly in a structured way. Okay, say for example, if an appointment, you may need to say that who is involving on the discussion, right? The meeting or appointment, right? And then if the email, basically you can see that subject line, what is the description, and then who able to be a CC or BC, all kind of information able to store them in a structured way. Basically, it's any organization, this helps for customer interactions. Okay, all these activities are stored in related record. What it means, basically, when you go to the specific account record, specific now your account or a contact, all these customer interactions, all these activities are stored in that specific record. Okay, there are various purposes on these activities. We can able to use on sales and opportunity pipeline. We can able to use in a marketing. We can using this data, we can able to report and analysis, and also basically it's giving in a better customer relationship. We will discuss the types of activities. I can divide this type of activities in three different ways. One is a commonly used, and the second one is not commonly used, other activities, and the third one is basically custom activities. Basically, we can able to create our own table, our own activity, and make them as an activity. Okay, so we'll discuss what commonly used. So we can use, so the commonly used ones are email, meeting, or we call it appointment. Previously we called it an appointment, a phone call, and a task. So what is the email, right? So email activity captures information about emails that's sent to or received from a contacts lead or other entities. Okay, basically now incoming or outgoing email. So the second one is the appointment. So this appointment activity captures scheduled events or meetings that includes participants, time, and a location. The third one is a phone call that tracks details about a telephonic conversation, such as the subject, duration, and the participants. The fourth one is a task. So this activity kind of can say to-do items or actions, right? That needs to be completed, in a given time frame. So in many cases, tasks are often linked to a specific record, such as account and a contact. So these are the commonly used one. And then the next one is, as I said, other types, which mean not commonly used one. Okay, so there is a lot of activities, and then the not commonly used, I can say it's still we using, not commonly using, like a letter, fax, service activity, campaign response, and something else. You can see it, some of them, to the portal they introduced, like a portal command, invite, redemption session. Those are the things basically they introduced, some of the newly introduced one. So what is a letter? Letter activity basically that captures information, but physical letters sent to contacts and the leads, right? Basically it's a physical letter. We are receiving a physical letter. That's exactly that, informations. Fax activity basically is similar to email, but specifically for tracking in a fax communication. And then the service activity is basically it's a tracks service related task, kind of request, repair, or other any service interactions. The campaign response, again, this captures responses generated from a marketing campaigns. So obviously, right, that helps evaluating campaign effectiveness, how the campaign is good, well performing, whether you need to update it, those kind of things. That gives it that activity. So as I said, so we have commonly used, and then the second one is basically not commonly used one. And the third one, I can say it custom activity. Basically, say for in some other use cases based on your business process or business use cases, we can create our own table or own table or entity that we can and then make them as an activity. Okay, so in some of the use cases, basically, you can say some other use cases, task tracking. Say for example, in your organization, basically, you are in for training and certifications tracking, or event management, vendor management, customer survey. Even though it can be, it could be a table, definitely this is going to be stored as a table. And even this table, we can make them as an activity, so that for any reporting and analysis purpose, we can able to filter them in an activity perspective. So there is a lot of benefits on activities. Specifically, tracking activities is very important for monitoring customer interactions, and definitely it helps for improved engagement, and also it enables our personalized communication with the customer. We can gain insights into our customer behavior, and ultimately it enables the overall customer experience. Tracking all this activity. So now we'll discuss the email one, the commonly used one. So users can compose and send emails directly within the CRM systems, and emails can be associated with a specific record, such as in contacts, accounts, or opportunities. It captures the details like a subject, sender, recipients, date and time as well. Users can attach a relevant document and files, and the users can create and use email template for standardized communications. The activity feed associated with each email provides a timeline view of actions and update what's happened for because it's feeds to an activity feed. Email has a multiple status indicators like a draft, sent, received, opened, right? So this is to monitor their progress. Finally, it's at integrations. It can integrate with the Microsoft Outlook. Definitely it's ensure our seamless integrations. There's a lot of use cases for this email. For example, emails can help maintain the detailed history of the communications with the customer and the leads, right? It's a communication history. The second one is the lead nurturing. Um, Basically, we can target, we can able to send them targeted email to the specific users. And then third one is a customer support. When the customer support or agent, when we are going through that one, they can able to see it, what are all the interaction has happened when looking at activities or activity feed. Some of the benefits I can say, it provides a centralized view for the users, and we can see that all the past historical emails, what are all the interactions happens specifically for that email perspective, because it has a chain of emails, right? And then definitely it improve the collaborations, right? Teams can collaborate effectively by sharing and updating email informations. Let's review this email activity in CRM. Okay, go to CRM. Okay, so this email activity can associate it to the contacts, accounts, and opportunities. So just open any one of the account, and then to create an email activity, we can able to create using a timeline. Click on a plus symbol, then email, or we can go to related, click on activities, and we can click on a new activities and say email. Okay, so now, so this by default the current user, and then two, it takes firstly the email ID for this account, and then you have some other information body regarding for this account. And also if you look at here is we can for the body we can able to insert a comment, or we can type the information, or we can be able to use a template. So for a standard information, it's good to use a template. So it uses a template, and also it's a possible to send a document, and that's part of this one. So we can save this one, and then product name, I can say micro oven something. Okay, just something over anyway. So just send it. Okay, save and send it. Once you send it out, and then if you go to that same account, and then you should be able to see it in a timeline. So they should be able to see it in activities, and then it should be refreshed, and then oh, that's basically the status is request is sent already. So now you should be able to see it in a timeline. So now few things basically, right? So now we can able to create an email for that account, any related one that same goes to that same account or lead or opportunity. Now we can able to send or attach that email activity, any one of the record, and then we can able to attach any document. We should be able to use an email template for for that content wise, and then once we send it out, and then it should be in an activity feed, and then each status, each email, and then has a status. Okay, so look at this, the email one, and then I'm just opening here, click on open. So and then this one is basically record, this is completed one. Okay, right? So we have a multiple status, draft, sent, received. We can able to track using in a status. The final one, basically, we can able to create this email activity from Outlook as well. Basically, we have one more topic we'll discuss in Outlook integration separately. Okay, so that's all about that email one. So the next one is meeting and appointment meeting. So we can schedule and plan meetings directly within our CRM systems. This is the same as an email. Meetings can be associated with a specific records, let's say accounts or contacts or leads or opportunities. We can capture details like subject, location, start and end time, meeting attendance, participants, all those informations. And also basically, we have a different status indicator like a scheduled, held, cancelled, different status tracking. We can able to track using a status. So once we created this meeting, this will filter the activity feed, that specific, and then so that we can able to see it in a timeline. It integrated with Outlook. We can able to create an appointment from Outlook. With this one, we can able to do some follow-up or reminders or some notification along using this information. Some other use cases I can say, we can use this, specifically for a sales meeting or a customer meeting, project discussion, or internal team meetings. Those are the some of the use cases for this one. Some of the benefits I can say, basically we can able to all the activities able to maintain when organized in a calendar, and then we can able to track all the historical events, historical appointment, all things, and then outcome also. It gives us a team collaboration effectively by sharing these informations, and then using this meeting, we able to do some follow up with the customer as well. Okay, let's review in the CRM systems. Go to CRM systems and then open on any one of the record. So in this case, I'm just opening an account record. We can able to create a meeting using in a timeline. Now click on a plus symbol and then create a meeting here. Okay, this would create a quick meeting, a quick record. It means I can able to see in the right hand side. So by default, it's a required attendance basically for the current record, which is the Datum Corporation on this scan. We can able to add an optional subject, location. We can able to see it whether this is a team meeting. So this it will create a team record or the URL part of this meeting. Start and end time. All this information we are able to add it here. Some in the description, priority, and everything. So once we added here, so subject line is just a demo. Once we added, and then it should show up in a timeline as well. Okay, let's wait for this one. Okay, so we created a meeting, and then we should be able to see that in a timeline here. So, and also basically because it's a team meeting, it's created a team meeting link as well with the meeting informations. The next one is a phone call. Again, users can log details about the phone call details directly the CRM systems. The phone call activities can be associated to the accounts, contacts, and the opportunities. We can able to capture some information like a subject, start and end time, duration, description, and including your participants, who will be participating on the phone call. It has a multiple statuses like a open, completed. So we can able to monitor the phone call status. Once we created a phone call activity, and then it should be in a timeline, which is the activity feed. So we can able to see them in all related informations. And also this phone call can integrated activity integrated with Outlook. So we know it's synchronized with Outlook. So it means we can able to using an Outlook integration add-on, we can able to create a phone call activity, right? Using this phone call activity, we can able to add some follow-up actions. I can say some of the use cases specifically for the phone call, sales call, right? Sometimes, we may for a selling things, for selling our services things, customer service support call. Sometimes it's appointment confirmations, feedback calls. These are some of the use cases specific to the phone call activity. Some of the benefits I can say it maintain detailed history of the phone call conversation with the customer and also with the leads. Okay, and then it makes something very really efficient collaboration, right? By sharing then all the information, what happened on the phone call and everything, and then also this gives us a better customer relationship. When we having all these informations. Okay, let's create a phone call activity in CRM systems. Okay, go to CRM system and then open any one of the record. I'm just opening Datum Corporations. Same thing like I know we can able to create phone call activity using a timeline, or we can able to go to activities record. So I'm just clicking on a timeline, click on a phone call. Almost basic informations, and then the one interesting things we can able to say it here is call to is basically it's still even though it's an account, and then it takes as a primary contact on this one. The Kevin in this case, Kevin is a primary contact on a Datum Corporations, and then it's an outgoing call. Now we can add some other common phone number, some other information on that phone call specific to phone call. Okay, so again, it says in a lot of other use cases on this phone call activity, it gives us a complete customer relations on this one. Task is nothing but a to do item basically, right? So basically, again, I can say tax. Basically, it's a crucial role for managing and tracking various to do items or task informations when it comes to customer interactions. It has a details, task details. Now it has a subject, due date, what is the priority, status, description, and also we have some other information like assigned user, who's the recording to, what is the completion details, all those information about this task information. Again, each task have a ownership, so we can, a specific user or the team can own that specific task, and then can transfer to some other user or a owner, team also. Once you created a task, again, it feed to that activity feed. It should be stored up in a timeline. It can integrate it with a Outlook, and we can using this information. Users can set a reminders and receive alerts for upcoming and overdue task. Okay, say for example, you can give them you create a view called, hey, next, show me next week's task. Okay, or in any due task, those kind of already the view is there, you can fine tune it. User can able to create our own views as well. Again, it has a set of statuses, and then using in a status, we can able to view based on this status one. We can see that some other use cases we can create for some follow-up task, and then scheduling the tracking appointment. Hey, say for example, you have you need to schedule an appointment. For that, now you can create a task, just a to-do item, so that you can create an appointment with the customer or the leads one. Some of the benefits I can say, you can create some organized workflow. It gives us a really improved collaboration. It gives us historical tracking, and also it has users can prioritize tasks, set deadlines, and they can stay focused on a very critical activities. Okay, so now go to the CRM systems. So now I'm going back to accounts record, open any one of the account, and then I'm able to create a task here. So create a task, and then I said, so this has a subject and then very basic information. You can say it's some due date. You can say 5th, it's my due date by some 10 a.m. and then say uh, call with Datum Corporation, right? So this is just a due task, right? I need to schedule a phone call activity once I have enough information with that. So once I created, this should feed up to that timeline activity feed. We should be able to see them all the information in a single place. Okay, so what we learned today, no, we learned what is activity. Now basically it's an interactions or a task that are related to any customers. Maybe it's kind of account or a contact or a leads or opportunity. And then we discussed what are the types of activities available, and which is some of them are commonly used. We discussed in detail, and then other activities, and also we can able to create a custom activity. We can able to create a table or an entity, and then we can make them in a custom activity. Okay, so that show them in the activities filter, and then we can use them inside the report. Okay, so by looking then our roadmap, no, we discussed today activity tracking. Next one is a document management, and then a few more topic on end users, and that's all for now. See you on the next session on a document management. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.